everyone. It's your girl D Rose. Let me be first to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm definitely sorry, y'all, for not being consistent with my content. But as many of you know, I am going through a divorce. And I separated again from my husband back here in May. And so next year, here in the state of North Carolina, you have to wait a year. You have to not be living with each other. You cannot have any sexual contact with one another, or you will have to wait another year, not unless y'all gonna work it out. But there's no working it out here because I am exhausted. And then the midst, y'all, my smoothie. In the midst of my exhaustion, I had to take time for me to relax, relate, and release. And I had to move some things around. I decided to give my oldest granddaughter, who just turned 8, my office space. So you don't see the red wall. You see a antique white wall because I'm here in my living room, and I decorated my wall with the same frames and pictures, imagery that I had in there so that she could have that space temporarily. So I'm excited. And remember, if you like what I do, if you like what I say, please subscribe, share, comment, and let me know that you love me, that you love what I'm saying, that you're getting what I'm saying, that you understand what I'm saying. And hey, I'm worthy. I'm worthy, just like you're worthy. So as I work to finish up the 6-part series on how not to be a sucker in your marriage, today I'm going to share this with you. Whether you're ready or not, there will be a breakdown period. Whether you're ready or not, okay? This is mixed fruit, y'all. It has peaches, pineapples, strawberries, banana, mango, yummy, a little low-fat yogurt. Oh, let me tell y'all, ever since June, if you look back at my videos, you will see she has slimmed down. Yes, she has. I've got to work on these arms, but these legs are firming up. This tummy is going down. But yes, I have been working out. I walk at least 3 to 4 miles every morning. This morning was an exception because I had to go and see my therapist. So I do that every morning with my good sister friend Tay, and we make it happen, y'all. And I'm so excited about the progress. I was 290 pounds when I first started. Now I'm in between 260 and 280. I try not to get on the scale that much. I'm very consistent with my food choices. I wasn't at first. I did indulge in some fried croaker over the weekend because that's my thing. I treated myself to that, but I try very hard to stay consistent with my meal choices. Eating healthy, drinking nothing but water. I haven't even had any wine, with the exception of my smoothie. Yes, that's how it's been going down. And it's so yummy. So when whether you're ready or not, there will be a breakdown point. So in that period, I'm just going to share. Everything is about me. I'm not sharing nobody else's stuff. That breakdown period for me has happened. And that's why I took a hiatus from coming online, because one, this piece of me that I am growing through, because as you see, the glow up is real. This is a phenomenon that only I right now can experience for myself. There are some beautiful women have shared with me, Devondia, you're going to get through this one day at a time. Pray, fast, worship music, all of that has been all of that for me. But I'm going to tell you something. There has been a period when I wanted to do things that were not pleasing to God. There will be a breakdown period, whether you're still with your mate or whether you have broken up with your mate and separated. There will be a period where you are going to break down. There was a period that I broke down. I broke down twice. I've had my 2 breakdown periods. I don't know how many more that's going to happen. But I know my first one was, it was loud. I was here alone. God know I needed to be alone. I remember my daughter saying, because I said, well, you know, I don't want to be alone. I want to come to your house because my oldest daughter and my grandbabies had went out of town. And so she was like, Mom, I think it's something that you may need to do, be alone so you can holler, scream, do what you need to do with nobody in the house. And I took that into consideration. Not thinking that it was going to come to fruition, but it did. It did, and I asked God why this was happening. Why was I feeling this way? Why things were happening to me. I have such a great heart. I love this man as much as I love myself. And, excuse me, I knew that it was going to come a time that everything was going to break. And when it broke, let me tell you, I screamed and I hollered and I cried and I shouted and I beat on the wall and I beat on the floor. And I asked God, whatever it is, God, in me, God, remove it that is not right, that is making me feel the way that I feel right now, because it is not healthy for me. But I didn't want to be alone. God, I need somebody here with me because I don't know what I'm going to do. Not to myself, but I don't know. So I said, God, put that person in my life that I need to call on, because I needed somebody here with me. And I did. I called my sister-in-law, Wanda. And my sister-in-law has been my best friend, my sister, and for a long time. And we have been, you know, not as close as we used to be, but she was right on time for me. And she came down and she sat with me and she wanted to know what was wrong. She asked, did something happen to your mama? Because that's how ratchet I was. I was slobbing and crying and hurting and feeling the things that I did not want to feel. But by God's grace and mercy, she showed up for me. So I thank you, Wanda, for that. Let those emotions flow. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to hold it in, because I walk around here, hey, I'm strong. I got it going on. I'm strong. I got it going on. And I do. I'm strong and I got it going on. But I'm going to tell you something. Within those moments when you are weak, let it go. Don't hold it in. And I tried so very hard, y'all, to not let it go. Why are you holding on to this stuff? Why are you holding on to the very thing that's pissing you off, that's making you hurt, that's making you feel, you know, the way that you're feeling, and you know you want out of this junk? So why hold on to it? And I figured that my stuff was manipulating me. And it was nothing but the enemy trying to confuse me all the way around about my stuff. My stuff don't belong to me no more, because if you're separated, you have to be ye separated from those very things that no longer serve you well. Devondia, again, this is for me. I want it to be for somebody else as well. But listen, girls, gentlemen, men, women, all of that. Let me tell you, this is some good stuff. I called on a sister at another moment and I had another breakdown. And that breakdown was necessary as well. All the breakdowns are necessary, because the crying, y'all, that's cleansing. It's getting it out. It's not allowing it to stay inside the body so that the heart is hardened. So that your physical heart is not disrupted, you know, causing it to be irregular, causing anxiety, causing a possible heart attack, or blood vessels, you know, to be clogged up, and, you know, causing those vessels to clogs in your vessels to just move up in places that you don't need it to go, and all of a sudden you're busting. And you don't have a stroke or an aneurysm on the brain over the very thing that you can get rid of, as long as you know that that God is serving you well. And that's all I needed, was a reminder. And my sister friend Teresa, my spiritual sister, she said, sis, you got to let it go. Sis, you got to release it. Sis, you can't hold on to it. Sis, you're gonna bust. Then I received a phone call. I received a phone call, y'all, and that phone call was the phone call from hell. And when I got through with that phone call, I went through the stages of the beast that was within me from what was planted. I couldn't hold on to that seed. I didn't need that seed to be watered and fertilized and grow within me to make me feel like I'm supposed to be angry, bitter, mad, distraught, you know, panicky, plotting and planning and causing disruption. No, I need to let this go. So again, my sister friend Teresa, my spiritual sister, she said to me, sis, you got to let it go. Turn off the rap music. Turn off the R&B music, because that BS by Janae Aiko and Nico, whatever her name is, baby, that's been my theme song. You know, listen to some Future. That was my A moment, you know, keeping me up, keeping me bouncing. But that worship music brought me closer to the one that was going to do what he needed done in my life. He said, go in the closet, my child. So my closet was no longer cluttered. My closet was no longer filled with the very things that needed to be there, like his clothes, his shoes, and his other stuff. So I had room to go in my closet, yes, and give him a shabak that I've never shabak like that before. Y'all, I gave it to him, and I left it in that closet. Yes, I did. And I had questions. And I listened to that worship music, and I gave God the praise, and I gave God the honor, and I gave God the glory, and I gave myself an opportunity to be free. And not to say it's not going to come back again, because whether you're ready or not, there will be a breakdown period. How many breakdown periods you have, I don't know. How many breakdown periods you're going to experience and how they're going to happen, when they're going to happen, I don't know. But whenever you do, ladies, whatever you do, gentlemen, let it flow. Let God be God. Let God be God. And you do what you need to do to release those things that are trying to cause you havoc, to cause you to feel that you're the one to blame. We're not doing that. 99, 2000, baby. We're not doing that. But you know what? I love you for real, y'all. It's your girl, D Rose. Yes, and it is the Chronicles, baby. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Peace be with you all. Remember, I love you for real. And if anybody say otherwise, they lie. Peace.